Welcome back to
5 Questions with Cat
and Nakia. Today we have another special guest for you. From Wildforce we have Jessica Rey.
We're excited to have her. It's Alyssa from Wildforce, and she has lots to share, so stay tuned.
Hey everyone, it's me, Jessica Rey, also known as Alyssa on Power Rangers Wildforce, and today we're going to be discussing my favorite episode, A Father's Footsteps.
So Jessica, why is this your favorite episode? Why did you choose it?
I chose this episode because I love that everyone was able to learn more about Alyssa's background and how she became a Power Ranger, and I could actually relate to it a lot in my own personal life and how I, Jessica Rey, became a Power Ranger. More on that later.
Great parallels.
Yes.
Understood. You know, I can understand. When I was in college, my mom was very much so. When I booked Power Rangers, she told me, she didn't tell me not to take Power Rangers, but she did tell me to stay in school. And I can, I love that she gave that to me because it gave me an opportunity after Power Rangers I had my degree, I graduated while I was on Power Rangers. And, you know, most people think that, you know, when you're on a television show, you have something to go to afterward, you have a bank load of money, and that was not the case when I left Power Rangers. So that degree allotted me the opportunity to teach afterward. And if I didn't stay in school, I wouldn't have been able to teach.
Yeah,
you know,
you had something to back it up with.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, my dad made me go to business school, and I was like, ugh, you know, typing and everything. But it was just nice to have something in case, you know.
Yeah.
So I think it's important.
Yeah, that's wonderful, and I'm so happy the way that it all turned out.
Yeah. So Jess, how did you enjoy the fight scenes? I know we loved it when we got to do that. Had you done any martial arts before?
Oh my goodness, I loved doing the stunts. I was able to do a lot of them in this episode. Any of the stunt people could tell you that I always wanted to try, and I love that they always let me. I think it also might have given them a good laugh. I did do various forms of martial arts growing up, and so it was fun for me to see what I was capable of doing, and also a great lesson in humility at the same time.
I didn't know you'd done martial arts before.
Yeah, she told me previously. I can't remember the styles, but she did say that she had done them before, and the fact that that she got to use her experience on the show, just like the MMPR cast.
And the stunt guys and coordinators were so amazing at how they just knew how to bring out your skills and your talent and use what you could do. You know, I know for me, because of dancing and you for dancing, they would definitely try to choreograph it to make it easy for us to pick it up. And they were so talented.
Yeah, when we finally got a chance to fight in Turbo, it was like the best for me.
Yeah,
ever.
It's really fun. Yeah, she was getting a little too into it.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Quite a bully on set.
Lies! Lies! So Jessica, the gentleman that played your father, he looks very, very familiar.
Yeah.
How did that work out? You guys had really, really great chemistry. How did that work out on set?
The actor who played my father, yes, his name is Branscombe Richmond, and he looks familiar because he has been in everything. Before Power Rangers, I think he was best known for his role on a show called Renegade, but he's been in Hawaii Five-0. He was, I believe, in Mortal Kombat. He was in Scorpion King, and so he is very familiar looking. It was great to be able to work with such a talented actor, and to do a fight scene with him, actually. There's one scene where he strikes me down, and I'm fighting for my right to be able to leave the family dojo and go to college. And so I asked him to actually hit me. And he did, and it hurt. But he was great fun to work with, and what was even more awesome was that Branscombe is the father of one of the PAs that we had on set, and I love meeting people's families, and so it was great to be able to meet Bro, our PA, his his father and the rest of his family came to set at one point.
I knew I recognized him.
Yeah, he has been in a lot of stuff. I just couldn't, I think he's been in so many things, I just couldn't quite place that one thing. But he's got a real presence, I feel, like a real serenity about him almost.
It's always so great to work with experienced actors because you learn so much from them. And there's a respect level that comes along with that as well. So I understand.
Yes.
I do.
So Jessica, are you a daddy's girl? Did you relate to Alyssa's desire to please her father that way?
I wouldn't call myself a daddy's girl per se. Rest her soul, was actually quite disappointed in my decision to take the role on Power Rangers, because at the time I was getting my master's degree in business, and she was so excited that I was doing this, and so when I was offered the role, I almost turned it down because I was afraid of what my parents would think and say.
That's interesting. One parent feeling one way and the other parent feeling another way, and so sorry about your loss.
Yes, so sorry,
Jess. I can't even imagine. I know that Kat has also experienced that with both of her parents, and just being along in that journey. It's very difficult. So Jessica, playing Alyssa, you were such a strong character and such a great example to young females. What is your proudest moment of being on Power Rangers?
When our first episode aired, I went to my parents' house and sat down and watched it with them. And my mom cried because she was so proud of me. And after that, like when our toys came out and our photos, she put them up in her office at work, and she would brag about me to anyone who would listen. And so I thought that was really cute, and it was great just to know that she was proud and wasn't disappointed in me. And that is why I love this episode so much, because my character Alyssa was afraid to tell her parents she wanted to go to college and leave the family dojo, and had to fight, like I said, her father to be able to go. And then in the episode, when he sees that she went to college and is still using the family fighting style, he's proud. He's very proud of her, and I just related to that so much in my family life, and that's one reason that I love this episode so much.
I love that. I love the parallels between her actual life versus the episode, because it makes it a lot more relatable when you're filming.
Yes.
It becomes a lot more natural. It's not acting.
Right. She could connect to it. And I loved that she was so vulnerable in the episode, but she was so strong. Like, I liked seeing that you can be strong and still be vulnerable.
Yeah.
And the respect for her dad. And it was a really great episode. Thank you so much for sharing it with us.
This was so much fun, girls. Thank you for having me on, and thank you all for watching Power Rangers Playback.
Thank you all for joining us, and Jess, thank you again for being on our show. Join us next time on Power Rangers Playback. 5 questions.
Yes.
Bye.
And a special shout out to our Platinum, Gold, and Diamond members. Thank you to all of our members.